I'll show you my face.
That's beautiful.
What's up, Peter? I'm testing my stream because I had a bad land Ethernet port on my motherboard. You want blue steel? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Is that it? How does he do it? What's going on, guys? All right, so I'm gonna test this for a little bit. See what we got going here. Immediately, yeah. So if anybody gets the Rogue Strix B550F board, if you ever get that motherboard, it's a great motherboard. The only problem is that the Intel chip on that motherboard doesn't actually cooperate with the Ethernet port. So I ended up getting just a PCIe adapter for the LAN port, and it seems to be working pretty well. Hello, what's going on? So I thought let's do a little test stream today. Won't be long, but play a little bit with Sub-Zero here in a second and just see how this goes. I seem to be leveled out somewhere between 4,500 and 6,000 kilobytes. So hopefully this is full 1080. Hopefully this is crispy. And that's what we're hoping. Hello, what's going on, Art? How you doing? All right, let's give it a shot. Let's really put it through the test. So, you think it's better? Nice. I didn't have to install any drivers either. I just literally put it in the, I think it's the NIC slot. I have 2 of them on my board. Just put it in, turned it on. Yeah, 1080p, sweet. And is it skippy? Does it sound clean? Does it look okay? I feel like it's responding better, actually. I can tell on my side it feels a lot better. So let's go to render, preview, let's hit occlusion. Let's go 20. Smooth like butter. What's up, Angry? Nice. Didn't have any jitters when I opened the stream. That is awesome. Super clean. Super clean. All right, well, let's really test it. Let's really test it. That's what I do. That's what I do. David Crisp, hello. And Mr. Pixo's stream, how did it go? Hey, Alexander, no worries, dude. No worries. It went really, really well. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. But there's going to be more, so don't worry. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, I think Restream actually fixed a bunch of stuff. All right, let's really test this bad boy. I know some peeps are eager for Stream Raiders. I feel like I haven't played in a long time, so we can get a game in. Just do a normal test. Let's go right here. Break it! Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna wreck it. All right. All right. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's it's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. How's everybody's Tuesday? I don't know if you guys saw, but I was working on a likeness commission, and I think that's coming along pretty well. If you guys want to see that, I'll showcase it real quick. But let's play around. Let's get some ice on here, and it'll be fun. How's that coming along? Pretty well, actually. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and. Okay, so I'll kind of show you the blockout that I have going on. This is the blockout for it right now. Hard surface, did the motorcycle and all that stuff here. Just got kind of the body in there for right now. That part's kind of slapped together. And then here is the face that I've been working on today. This took about 4.5 hours. So, yeah, it's coming along slowly, but yeah. I need any pointers. You want to do it for me? And I still get paid? No, I'm pretty good on it. I just know it's gonna take. It just takes time. So I knew I needed to get the face more than anything else. Had to really get that going. For me, when I'm dealing with likenesses, I just kind of like get the difficult stuff out the way first, and then get to a point where it's all coming downhill. It's looking good. Thanks, man. Oh, I was asking angry. But yeah, so I knew like getting the motorcycle sculpted was important, getting it relatively sized, and then getting the face. So I just kind of slapped the body in there real quick just to see what it looks like. Now that the face is pretty well, I mean, I'm happy with this face. She doesn't look. She looks a little bit younger. There's some ear. I gotta clean up the ears a little bit. That's a little. And then, of course, she needs hair and stuff like that. But as far as getting the face itself down, I'm pretty happy with that. I can't complain. Hey, what's up, D-Sync? How you doing? Nice, nice. Peter, how is your animation happening, dude? All right. I want to... Let's see, what do I want? What do I want to do? Kind of want to like get some ice on him somehow, some way. Oh no, I did not tell Peter about the coffee. Peter, coffee. So I got the whiskey,
Yeah, Scotch whiskey.
and got the bourbon. I like the whiskey. Nobody else in this house does. I think it's pretty good, actually. Nobody else does. I have not tried the bourbon yet, but soon. So I got coffee. You're doing good. Nice use of the spatter thing, and yeah, I like that spatter brush a lot. It's going pretty decent. We had some family stuff happen, so kind of been off a bit. I get that, man. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Yeah, I like it. I think it's good. Funny enough, I'm not really a whiskey person or a bourbon person, but the flavor that is mixed, it has like this kind of like bitter, like nutty flavor to it. It's actually pretty nice. I like it. I was actually surprised because I was like, I like it, and then everybody else was like, I don't like that. And I was like, okay. So more for me. Of course, I'll probably be the one of the few. Probably be a while before I reorder, so I'm gonna take my time. I brew it French press too, actually, because if it's just for me, then I can get a lot out of that. Yeah. Yeah, the house starts to smell like a bar after a while. It does, yeah, absolutely. All right. What's funny is I haven't actually touched this character in like 3 days. So I need to now just do something. So let's make some ice. Let's actually first put everything in a folder. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the gizmo. Going to highlight everything. Control F. Say, yep. Call this Sub-Zero. I'll put everything in a folder. Then I can go ahead and start deleting the things I don't need. So I don't need that. I don't need that. And I don't need that anymore. Cool. Let's go ahead and save. And let's call this Sub-Zero. Host 13. Glad you guys liked it. Yeah, and tried it out. Yeah, absolutely. I actually prefer, if I had to pick another one, the chocolate one was good. Yeah.
The combo pack was good. I liked all of them.
Yeah. First combo pack was really good. I really appreciated that for sure. Yeah, that was delicious. Oh, I'm so glad I fixed my internet. Did I guys tell you? Did I tell you guys that I had Charter actually come out because I was getting such bad speeds in the beginning after I upgraded my computer. That Charter came out and they like checked everything. And then they were like, well, you're getting the proper speeds. And then he helped me diagnose it all the way to my motherboard. He was such an awesome dude. So now I just knew how to I figured I had to fix it, which is nice. So I'm glad this is going good. Yeah, but the cost of it is a bit much. Yeah, absolutely. Coffee is a little expensive. I would do that like for once in a while. Like when I'm feeling really bougie and just want to like sip with my pinkies up. All right, what we're gonna do here real quick while we're playing Stream Raiders and we're testing stuff out. Let's actually come up here called the Zero Ice. Now let me actually Sub-Zero Ice. Let's call this Mortal Kombat. We got to make sure we call it for what it is. Kind of seeing if I can find a photo with him with like ice on him. Just don't want him to look like he's frozen in a bad way. Maybe we'll do kind of like what I did with Todoroki back in the day. It feels like a long time ago. Hey, what's up, my kisses? How you doing? I think we just need to do like ice particles. Okay. Just wait until Charger charges you for it. Actually, no. That would have happened already. Charger's been pretty good in my area. I haven't had them do anything ridiculous. There, knocked. Alrighty, good to see you on. Yeah, I didn't stream today just because of I had internet issues on my motherboard, so I was waiting for my PCIe adapter to pop in. It came in, and I was literally like wrapping up the amount of work I was going to do in my commission today, and I was like, okay, I think I'm about done. All of a sudden, I hear at the door, okay, package. I was like, thank you. I was like, yay, time to go. So now we can play. We can play for a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and insert a sphere. And let's start just making, let's just make some chunky ice. Bloop, 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 bloop. All that's gonna be there. Let's solo this out. Actually get a kind of a lightish blue color like that. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this object. Yeah, you know the feeling. Yeah, exactly, right? All right, and let's get a clip curve. And just gonna start trimming away. Figure I'm just gonna end up making kind of a pebble thing. I always get that wrong for some reason. Let's actually lower the intensity so we can kind of do like a slow clip. Like that. Kind of smooth that down. All right. So guys, for those of you who did see what I was working on in the Pixo stream, I'm actually going to be, I think I'm going to be turning that into a ring. I had like this idea last night to kind of like make a ring out of this snake serpent. So I think that would be kind of cool. And I'll make it available for printing too, so everybody can actually just download it. That's something that interests people. Something a little bit different, but also fun. Almost want to spend the evening updating the stream, but I have to get some work done since class is at 10 p.m. and I have a side session at 7. Wow, yeah. Right on, did Thomas inspire you? Absolutely, yeah. I was watching him last night. You were there, right? Yeah, I was watching him last night. And it's just fun to watch all these different artists, like, brings, you know, seeing what they bring to the table, just seeing their workflow. It's so inspiring. And I've actually bought a jewelry course for ZBrush like 2 years ago, and I went through it and I thought it was pretty cool, but it didn't quite click for me. But then the more I was like looking at this kind of serpent thing that I was sculpting, I was like trying to figure out like, well, I can make it a statue and that could be fun, or or I could try something different. And I've always kind of just lurked in Thomas's stream, so I was really inspired by kind of like going through his stuff. And I mean, honestly, if I had the money, I would probably have already purchased one of his courses because it's worth it. He's an awesome dude. But yeah, I was feeling inspired by it. So right, I'm one of his mods. Yeah, I was the voices. That sounds like Paul. Right there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, yeah. No, I had so much fun. It was a lot of fun. So. And to be honest, I've been wanting to do jewelry because 3D printing. I mean, I love statues and toys, but it's like I'm always wanting to try something new, something different. So I thought this would be cool. This would be a cool thing to attempt. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hit clay polish real quick and kind of get some sharpness happening there. And then let's actually go ahead and Dynamesh this. And let's go to Dynamesh utility. Turn that to 0. I'm gonna hit this at like 0.2. Let's give that a shot. Yeah, his classes are awesome. Yeah. Yeah, one day if I save up enough coin, that would be worth taking for sure. All right. And let's try clay polish one more time. And now we're gonna go ahead and take the trim dynamic. And I'm actually going to go ahead and soften that up a little bit. And hopefully this will kind of create a little bit of like a natural crack effect. And we're just going to sporadically go over it. Wait, it took Shane's and then his. Nice, nice. I think I came in right as you guys were finishing up your conversation about Shane's courses. See, I usually live on Twitch. So I'm usually just lurking in either Pixo streams or people I follow if I see them on. Yeah, nice. That's usually where people can find me these days. All right, now that we got this kind of slight kind of cubey thing, little icy, let's actually switch over to kind of a bluish white. Something like that. And let's actually fill that with blue. I'm gonna soften that a bit, and let's go fill object. Kind of gives us this effect. Let's soften it more. Go a little bit more white. I don't want like a titanium white. I kind of want like a. There we go. Yeah, he was asking about the markets and if Shane used the. Oh, the mannequin. Oh, that's right. The not markets. Yeah, kits. And if Shane used them. Oh yeah. No. Typically, Shane taught us how to just use primitives. Basic primitives. He developed his own IMM brush for his primitive shapes, but essentially it's just taking the main IMM primitives and then just blocking out from there, which is really cool. So yeah, love it. Actually, I remember that's what intrigued me about Shane's course, because so many other courses I had saw online that was like I followed one from Vertex School that was pretty cool during the beginning of quarantine, but they used a base mesh, and I was still like trying really hard to create my own base meshes, so I just focused a little bit more on the primitives, and it seemed to work out pretty well. Yeah, that's what I was telling him, right? Nice. All right. All right, what we're going to do is go up the stroke. Let's go up the jitter. I'm actually going to increase that to like 0.35. And we're going to use the damn standard and increase the intensity. And I'm looking for just an inconsistent kind of line. And let's actually go up a little bit more, like 0.5. Okay. Gonna get some kind of scratches happening. Go. Hey, thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not going to be streaming for too long. Just enough to make sure that the stream is solid and functional, and then we'll stream tomorrow. I'm not kind of liking that. Let's back that up. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Any projects you're working on? My kisses? Is it kisses or kisses? Is Keese? It's Kisses, right? I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Because I'm terrible at names. That was actually what I was most scared about in my first Pixo stream. Was saying people's names wrong. Hey Ryan, what's happening? I got my network card, and hopefully we're at a solid crispy 1080 across the board. And then I'm gonna copy the settings from this OBS on over to my other one. How's it going on the YouTube side? Hopefully, too, you guys can see the restream comments. It's like Mikey's. Oh, like Mikey. Okay. Oh, perfect. I will remember that. Looks good here? Sweet. That's what I'm talking about.
Does this feel, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so let's actually clay polish this once more time. I'm gonna bring the max up a little bit. Actually, let's drop it down. Let's try 20. Here we go. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and fill that color one more time here. I kind of sharpen that a little bit. Sweet. Nice, nice. Glad it looks good. All right. Now we got something like that. Let's see if we can manipulate this to kind of work on our Sub-Zero now. Let's actually duplicate it. And let's... That way we can work with the one. Maybe play around with like... How to place this here. Let's see what we got. All right. How are you doing, Ryan? How's life going for you, buddy? Let me see something real quick.
Sorry. Forgot you're streaming. My bad.
Oh, you're fine. Ice froze. Hands. No project right now. My PC is down. Oh no. I'm poor at the moment, but I do have a few rings, miniatures, and a toy in my queue. Nice. That's what matters, right? That's all that matters. Ooh, okay. Okay. I have an idea that I think would be kind of cool. So let's actually take this cube. Let's flat that over there. Let's actually take his hands. And I'm going to duplicate his hand. I have this idea. His hands are like frozen, right? So let's take his hand. let's actually minimize that. We'll call this ice hand left. as, as I just pulse my fingers to remind me what hand we're working on. It's going, trying to tune in a new resin mix. Ooh, what kind? It's late here, you gotta go. Okay, Art, thanks so much for stopping by. Super appreciate it. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and take this hand that we got here, and let's actually flip this, and let's try something. Let's go fill object. So we got a nice blue hand, because, you know, that's how we roll. And then let's try something. Let's go to geometry. Let's go to clay polish. Let's up the sharpness. Not quite sure how this is going to work, but let's give it a shot. So maybe we can like kind of stress this a little bit and make it look like ice, and then add some texture to it that will give us that kind of icy feel. And then we can play with the colors. So let's actually switch color here. Let's go fill. Let's fill that. And then let's do that one more time. One more time. Yeah. All right. So something like that. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. No pun intended, I promise. And there we go. All right. Now we can take this ice cube here. Let's actually shrink this down a little bit. Maybe we can kind of sit here and tweak it a bit. For the render, we'll actually try to make the skull look like it's frozen over. And whoever decides to paint it, ooh, that'd be cool. Trying to get something a little bit more flexible. Seratex Tenacious, how do you say that? Gives this really nice rubberized texture that I like. Ooh, nice. Oh, that would be so perfect for articulation. Is that what you're going for? That would be amazing. I have a buddy of, I have a buddy of mine who I sent my stuff to. And he said he was going to try a bunch of stuff with different mixtures. So I'm curious. He hasn't told me what he's going to do, but that sounds awesome. Okay, instead of trying to do all this like other stuff, let's actually... Nice! Yeah, dude, yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to pick your brain or like something, because that's really cool. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Speaking of ideas, I just kind of had this thought. All right. Okay. Let's kind of leave that like that for a second. Let's pick this guy. And we're going to use the balloon mesh, but we're going to go up to picker. And we're going to go to depth, and we're going to hit continuous Z. And this way, what we can do is I can actually isolate this kind of section right here. Of course, I can't do that on... You can't do that on subdivisions? Come on, why can't you do that on subdivisions? Come on with the come-ons. All right, let's drop that down. delete lower, delete higher. Let's actually select this right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then let's actually drop the intensity by like a lot. Get some ice like this. Yep, perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and let's take this. Let's delete hidden. I think now if I... Yep, beautiful. Okay. So we're going to turn all this into ice. Maybe I'm going to start right here. So all this is going to be ice. Almost like a frost a little bit. Which I think will be perfect. So I'm actually like this this cube that I got going on here. We can just turn that off. That's such a great tool. It really is. Yeah, like this will be my first time not making not making a fish. But yeah. Oh, I freaking love it. And what's neat is like, you know, just being able to have it as a separate subtool, but it's still actually recognizing everything within the viewport. That's the awesome part, in my opinion. I don't have to sit here and like specifically create a subtool to draw on. It can just hit everything, which is nice. So I can just put ice where I want it. And this picker right here with the depth, changing it from 1Z to continuous Z, yeah, it really just brings that tool to life. Okay, I think that'll be enough ice for now. We can always add more later. Let's switch color. Let's go ahead and fill that bad boy so we can just get that nice blue. And now I'm going to take the H polish real quick. Just kind of like create a few hard edges. Nothing too special. Yeah. Although it's funny, I feel like if I see another orca sculpt, it'll be too soon. Like I did mine, and then I was like, okay, I'm done. That was the joke, you know, but I feel like I'm seeing a few others and a few different Discords I've been in, and then a few on Twitter. I'm like, all right, yeah, we're done with that. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and solo this out. I also like, too, how it gives you different groups for each one you build. So I don't have to sit here and hit auto groups. It's... Yeah. If any tool you pick up on the new features is just that bloom mesh, I think that's all you need. And when Paul Gabry had said, like, Picker is, like, the place to hang out, I started learning it that day. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I never really got into that beforehand. Ooh, the battle's ready to begin? All right, let's do it. Let's see if we win. Let's do that. Let's save real quick. Let's test the test. Stream Raiders used to kind of lag me a bit. Funny enough. How did your commission turn out? I am still working on it, but I'll show you. I almost have the likeness. The likeness is coming along. It's a likeness commission for, it's a memorial statue. I'll show it to you here in a second. But I really spent the better part of the day trying to get the face locked in. Luckily, it's going to be a pretty small print. I mean, maybe it'll be like between 6 to 9 inches tall max. So the amount of detail for this, you know, luckily I can get away with a lot, but yeah, I still want to get it as close as I can. Because she's going to get the files too at the end of the day, and so I want to make sure that like they can do something else with it too. All right, we did it. Death and Carte. There you go. All right, we'll do one more, and then that'll be the stream today. We'll do one more, and then that'll be it. All right, let's go and just drop it like it's hot. All right, let's go back. But yeah, here, I'll show you real quick. This is the face I was working on today. Still need to work on the glasses a little bit, kind of get that situated, but yeah, it's coming along. Still needs a teeny bit of adjustments, and then of course I got to start detailing out the hair, but I really wanted to make sure I got the face right. So I'm pretty happy with it. Okay. Now let's go to deformation. Do I want deformation? Yeah, polished by features. I kind of want to do that a little bit. To just crisp up the edges a bit. Looks nice. Thank you. Yeah. I always find that likenesses take me a lot longer. You know, like, because I'm constantly staring at, like, the highlights and the shadows the most. And I feel like I tend to pay attention more to the highlights because those are what throw me off. And so it's becoming, like, I'd say the first hour and a half, I was like, oh my God. But then after, you know, you just keep working it, you just keep moving clay around, you keep trying new things, and then going back when you don't like it. Eventually, I'd say by the third hour, I was like, okay, I'm getting something that I'm liking. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot better. So, ended up becoming pretty happy with it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start clay polishing a few times to kind of give it a little bit of a crispiness. Clay polish one more time. Gonna soften that up a bit. And then let's go ahead and... There we go. Switch color. Looks clean, good forms. I didn't know the reference, but looks good. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep working it. I figure I probably have another few hours to clean it up, but then the pose is pretty simple. I built a motorcycle, and then just stuck a body on it just temporarily, just so I can kind of get the sense of what it is, which is actually right here. So I built a motorcycle in ZBrush, and then I just stuck a body on it real fast, and then started working on the face, and just kind of got the feel of what the piece would be. And then now I'm going to stick the face on it. Once I slap that on there, then I'll start working all the forms and start getting it cleaned up. I just want to make sure I take my time on this one, you know, because it's like, it's my first memorial statue. And so I really want to make sure that not only is the client happy, but that, you know, this is going to be something that they're going to look at for years to come. And I want them to look at it and be like, yes, that is who it's supposed to be. I feel like the pressure's on. The heat is on. Anyway, all right. Let's take the H polish. Let's focal shift. There we go. And start working some of this. Yeah, I get that. It's a memorial. Yeah, you got to get it right. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. But she got a sneak peek at my client got a sneak peek at the sculpt today, and that was really cool. She ended up saying she was really excited. So I couldn't have been happier with that response. Let's go ahead and select this. There we go. No, I didn't mean to store delete depth history. Wrong one. All right, there we go. Yeah, actually, I think that is gonna. That's pretty cool. Yep, represents and conveys the sentiment and emotions. Hell yeah. Okay. And two, I figured if this piece goes well, if I really, my goal is always to knock it out of the park, but I figure if this piece goes really, really well, that also too could hopefully potentially open up doors. Yeah. So I'm like at the same time trying to make it portfolio worthy, but not focused on it. You know what I mean? But it's like, oh, that would be great if I could, because then it would just give me a few more options. Yeah, it makes you feel good when they're excited. I know, right? Yeah, every time a client of mine is like beside themselves, it just like, yeah, I can't explain that feeling. It's just awesome. It's just a great feeling. Go. Let's grab that one. Let's do this. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Just don't know how to explain it except for, yeah. Okay. I think I really crunched that material there. Let's go to modified topology. Hit closed holes. I'm going to weld points. Because I have a feeling this actually might be... Yep, not watertight. Yeah, I kind of broke it. That's okay. We'll fix that when we need to. I think now what we need to do is actually take our paintbrush. I think I need to kind of like... Let's see here. I'm going to really soften this up. There we go. Nice soft mask. Okay, let's actually save it before I do the thing that I want to do. I also chose this file to work on in this test because I'm about at, what am I at? Like almost 40 million right now. So I feel like this is a good test. This is an average file size for me. What was that test you guys were talking about yesterday? I only was half paying attention because I was still working. But yeah, what was that test you guys were talking about with like running decimation? And I know it was more because you guys had like a Threadripper or something, but I do not have one. I think I'd kill my computer with whatever test you guys were talking about. But I was also intrigued. I was like, what are they doing? Okay. Kind of just crisping up this edge a little bit. Just like a smidget. And we'll just do it. Actually, let's do the whole thing. So let's open the sharpness up a little bit. Yeah, okay. Kind of want to like make them a little bit crispy. I'm going to kind of soften this edges just a smidget. Let's do it one more time. There we go. And let's grab our paintbrush. And let's hit a light RGB. And we'll just fill the areas we need to make it look like we need it. Okay, let's invert that, and then let's switch. get kind of a faded look happening. This is more aesthetic at this point. Oh, where we were testing out the speeds between number of cores and PC rigs to see the difference in the process. Yeah. Yeah, you guys had me intrigued there. But I was like, I'm not going to try it because I'm currently working. Thomas has like 40 cores. Oh my gosh. And he has 10. That's insane. One day I'll get to that level. There we go. Yay! There we go. That's the look I'm going for. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and save this real quick. One does one test faster and the second test slower. The other PC does the test in opposite performance. Interesting. And is that just like to kind of test the PC out, or is that more of like, just for fun? Are there any joints and articulations for Toys 3D Library? Hey, what's up, Jeff? Are there any joints and articulations? I mean, I don't have any available myself. And there's not a whole lot of information about it on the interwebs. Articulation in toys is kind of something you try your best to kind of study what a toy is and replicate it, but nobody's spilling trade secrets, unfortunately. And I'm currently in the middle of actually creating my own joints and articulation cutters, but they're nowhere near ready. Although I have developed a few things, so in due time I will have something, but I got to make sure that it works first before I release it to the public. Yeah, I think Thomas' PC is 2000. Jesus, yeah, to test Thomas' food like PC, right? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna grab this this skull, and we're pretty much going to frost the shit out of it. Godlike, yeah. 20K for a computer. I mean, let's see, the system I'm running built from the ground up. I think now I spent about 5K on it. Yeah, my system's like 5K. Nowhere near like that. And that was over time. That was not even all at once. Like, I had to like upgrade one thing after another. I can't imagine just having a $20,000 system. It sounds amazing. Again, one day. All right. Compared to our mere mortal PCs, exactly, right? All right, let's go to geometry. And for ice, I mean, this is my process of texturing ice. I just keep doing clay polish and I sharpen. I even mess with the edges a little bit. But essentially, this is all I do. Oh, yeah, that's looking... That already looks a lot crispier. Yeah, there we go. Soften that a bit. Go ahead and fill object with that white. Let's do it one more time. That's chunky. That's chonky. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's fill that with white. Let's switch it over And now we're going to go ahead and hit our paintbrush. Here in Spain, you can buy a prefab house for 20,000. That's insane, Jeff. That's insane. I think here I can look at a house plan for 20,000, and then maybe if I get $750,000, I can buy one. Over time too. Yep. Sorry, I'm jumping between a few. No, dude, Ryan, no worries, man. No worries. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take this nice blue, and I'm literally just gonna start lightly painting it in some spots. That's try to go for a pretty cool effect here. I'm not gonna want the whole thing blue. That's it. There it is. All right, that's awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay. And obviously it would be much, much, much colder where his hand is. Let's really get that color jumping there. Let's switch that over. Let's kind of grab that neutral, kind of gray. Oops. Hey, Slow BR, how you doing? Looking awesome? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just a quick test stream today. We'll be streaming more tomorrow. How are you doing, buddy? How's it going? There we go. Yeah. There are a few articulation tool sets on like Gumroad, but they are not very useful. Most toys are usually unique and require custom designs. Custom articulation better, you can hide it. Absolutely, yep. Yeah. Yeah, the articulations that I'm trying to develop would be just for like the average person to want to try to 3D print. But yeah, for true articulations, yeah, it's near and dear to the company's heart, but then B on top of it, like you're saying, like Ryan's saying, it's custom too. You kind of have to you have to just take the toy product as it is and use your better judgment on what it is you need to cut. But there are some what I want to try to develop are the kind of golden rule ideas of what kind of joints you would normally see, but everybody does it differently. Hey, what's up, Talden? How you doing? Good, cooking some dinner. Nice. What you eating for dinner? I only got a few more minutes here before we're gonna go. But really, Jeff, if you're really looking more into wanting to get into articulations, then the best thing to do is go to your local toy store and buy a $5 toy, a $10 toy, and a $20 toy. And the intent here is to take them apart. But you'll also notice that during certain price points, certain articulation is more common. So usually the cheaper the toy, the down and dirty the articulation can be, which would just be kind of swivel joints typically. But then the more expensive the toy, you'll end up if you get a Todd McFarlane, for example, they're usually 20 points of articulation, and that gets really intense. But you get to kind of see how it is. The other thing too, you could also go to Pixelogic YouTube, and there's a Hasbro demonstration that I think Paul Bennett demonstrates how to do a single arm articulation joint. It's really useful to get the idea of what custom joints look like. Steak and potatoes. Oh yeah. Take a Vertex toy class. Oh, do they have that still? Vertex has a toy class? That would be awesome. Don't get me wrong, I picked up a bunch of them. That's how I learned. Absolutely, Ryan. Yeah. That's how I learned too. Yeah, that presentation was awesome. Yep, I was there in that presentation. If I had to tell that story a bunch. I was actually there in the back. It was right before I met Shane Olson over the internet. But Shane was there, and Shane asked for him to demonstrate. And I was in the back, and it's just so funny how, like, a few people I now talk to on a regular basis were there. It just, we didn't know each other at the time. Well, Mikey's, if you actually have a link to that, that would be awesome. Or I'll just go to the Vertex School and check it out. Thomas was there too. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh, I wish I knew half of the people I back then I know now. It would have just been awesome. I remember, funny enough, I was actually I saw Shane that day, and I wasn't quite sure. Okay, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to try to be an artist full time, because my life was just kind of like this. So I saw Shane, and I was gonna say hi to him, and I did not say hi to him because I didn't want to introduce myself and be like somebody who was wasting his time. And it's just funny that, like, not even a few months later, I would be on his course. I know, it's crazy. Yep, it's all full circle. It's on my PC. Yeah, it's on mine too. Were you in the you were in the room of greatness? I was, and I didn't even know it. What the heck? That's freaking awesome, though. All right. That's funny because I ended up telling Shane that story, and he was like, "You should have come up to me. You should have said hi." I was like, "I didn't know you, and I didn't want to waste your time." I had no idea, man. No idea. It's funny to think about. Okay. The other thing I want to do real quick is I actually do want to make sure I paint this relatively dark. Get some of that fake AO going on here. So let's go to masking and just kind of hide the mask a little bit. Get some of these cracks looking a little darker. I think it'll be cool. Well, you know him now. Exactly, yeah. Would have done the same. Exactly, right? Like, man. It's okay, yeah. If I were to go back in time, I'd still probably not talk to him. You know, I never wanted to be that guy that had that awkward moment. Like, I might buy your course. Maybe. I don't know yet. But what's happening? Like, yeah. It seemed like a ridiculous notion at the time. All right. Man, that AO masking is so drastically improved my texturing. Yeah, same here. All right. There we go. Look at that. Look at them apples. It's amazing just sometimes how, like, the little things just kind of help everything come together. All right. Probably going to also add, like, some little ice bits but this will be pretty good for now. This will be a good idea, so then tomorrow, when we stream tomorrow, I'll actually be, I'll know exactly what it is I wanted to do and clean it up. But I like that,
Well, I love you.
let's take his other hands and let's quickly just make that same kind of bluish color, and then we'll call it for the day. You would have planted your foot squarely in my mouth. Right, exactly. I know. Yeah, it's okay though, right? It's one of those things you look back on it and you're just like, yeah, probably made the right decision, but now we get to joke about it. I mean, now I just get to talk to Shane, so that's kind of cool. Like, all right, let's go ahead and let's solo this out. And let's increase the sharpness and the max just a bit. Let's clay polish it. I really want to take Shane's course badly, but I can't until I finish this project. Yeah, it's a great course, Ryan. You'll love it. And as far as courses go, too, probably one of the most affordable too, from a lot of the other ones I've seen. Okay, let's go ahead and fill this bad boy with white. So let's increase that. Let's go to white, fill it up. And now we're going to take that blue. And let's actually drop the intensity down to like 27. Because I actually want this hand to be slightly cold, but not fully cold. That makes sense. Like, it's not going to be as cold as his other freezing hand. It'll still give the impression that he's been using his abilities. Yeah, they're both super chill guys. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to mask by cavity, turn it to like 85%. Hit mask cavity. Kind of soften that up a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of a deeper blue. Let's drop that down by like a lot. Let's hide that mask. Let's go to masking, hide it. It's that kind of spotty. That's weird. Okay. If I just fill it with color a few times. Yeah, there we go. Let's give it a little bit of color depth. All right, what we got left? Ooh, there's an update available on Stream Raiders. Why am I not surprised? Really testing the stream today. Let's go ahead and update that real fast. I think the way we made the ice on his arm is going to be the same way we're actually going to make the ice, like the little bits of ice here, and probably on his feet a little bit too. I'm still torn if I want spikes at the bottom or not. I think the idea is cool, but I don't think the execution will be as cool. Every time I say cool when I'm working on Sub-Zero, I just feel like a douchebag. It's all cool, man. It's all. I'm like, oh great, I'm doing that thing. All my puns are coming around. All right, let that load up. All right, let's go ahead and transition that on over. Thanks, Lopir. All right, let's go ahead and let's do it. And then that's it for the day, guys. We're going to go ahead and call it. But I'm glad the stream is working. Everything appears to be in full 1080. So, yeah, pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. Who would have thunk? You buy a $250 motherboard, and you need to spend an extra $14 to fix your problems. I guess Asus and Intel, they don't like each other right now. All right. 13 more enemies, 5 allies. We might actually lose this one. It's just me and Death. Although Death is pretty powerful, so. Hey, Death, you got Headless. Oh, no, he's dead. Nope, yep. Let's figure this out. Thanks for streaming, man. Oh, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me. Are you kidding? I love it. Thanks for helping me figure out my stuff. Come on, smack him. Yay, there we go. All right. All right. Ooh. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Ooh, what kind of quest do I got? Did I finish some stuff? Not quite. Not quite. All right, guys, that's going to be it for that. Thank you all for hanging out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning-ish. And we got Sub-Zero looking pretty good, so. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.